See you. We might. I'm just kidding.
Man, shot bus. I shot you right here with one.
Alright, man. Be careful.
All right, all right, brother.
This thing on. Oh, god damn.
Trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they
Kevin
lose
was
this
trying
game.
to come over. I
So they
had to tell
understand
that
the
nigga to come
importance
over tomorrow.
of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start.
I started my game finally.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter
Oh, I'm playing Sean
you
Payton.
get the face mask, any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Fucking damn battery's dead.
Is it? Damn it. Hang on.
Dixie, shut up. Oh. Dixie, goddamn.
Dude, I can't wait until, man, nigga, can I move to like Alaska or something? I can get an igloo. Priorities, man, priorities. So I guess if my mic was on the whole time, y'all heard Nick talk about how he'd rather get unemployment and not work, make more money. Who's echoing?
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Hunt. This will be
Get your shit right, Albie.
2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
48-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 16 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games and
What?
done it with the running game as the focal.
God. Well, how do I fix it? I turned off the, God, I really wish I wasn't echoing. Where's my broadcast settings? Y'all still hear me? How about now? Well, I got it.
Point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Boy, did they ever. And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Brinkley under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The quarterback sack.
And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that's a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Off play action. Brinkley. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Clayton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Alvin Kamara.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 13 carries, 67 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. That's pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, Brinkley. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Brinkley. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Patriots.
On the run, this is Hunt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it here with Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Brinkley. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
Is that
This one underneath to Hunt. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
1-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Sly set to boot it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to try back out on the
ball is out. It's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever the team turned it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, his blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards.
Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Connor Duggan who picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
The Patriots. They'll take over.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Hunt. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Marshawn.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Saints' 15-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Brinkley, and it's caught. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try to run with Hunt. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old. They can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And it takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
On 1st down, Rudd. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The ball carrier.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Connor Duggar who puts it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
partner, this is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Brinkley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. Not much there, only a yard.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on third down, Brinkley. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
87. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Brinkley. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. It's caught over the middle by Asiasi. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Brinkley. And that's going to be caught for the Patriot touchdown. Brian Edwards. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 23-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. The Falcons still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Raiders trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they lead the visiting Baltimore Ravens at halftime. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to...
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. He was trying to get it that time to Brian Edwards. And now it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off the play fake. Brinkley. Oh, that's caught by Owens. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Operating from the gun. Brinkley. The hitter here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Brinkley. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brinkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Devin Asiasi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different, because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
And the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they? He's got Daly. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown. New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And a Patriot first down.
From the gun, Brinkley. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Clayton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun, Brinkley. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
5 yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Brinkley. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10. At the 20.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Far left side, complete. It's Hart. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run again. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 13 yards out. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Brinkley. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down, New England.
This is Hunt. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And out the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Huntley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
To throw on second down, Huntley. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They need a touchdown, a two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Left-sided has got a man. It's Hart. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. From the gun, Huntley over the middle, complete. That's Hart. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe
this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun. Huntley. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Brinkley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Right down
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The
been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Throwing after the interception, Brinkley. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Brinkley. Throw left side complete. It's Clayton. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. So here are the Saints to take over. Late coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. Able to fight through one tackle. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 3rd down, Huntley. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed. And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Kamara. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for New Orleans, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even